This is not financial advice, it's just the wine talking.
Welcome back to It's Just a Wine. I'll be your host today, and with us we have Matilda, Mel, Tal, and Gassia, myself.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Bonjour.
So in today's episode, we want to talk about the best and smartest way to use your tax refund this season.
Yep.
But before we get into it, let's talk about the wins of the week. Who wants to go first? Well, who wants to go?
I'll go first. So, as you guys know, my side hustle is this little lovely decanter. It's called Cool Sip. Been working on it for a couple of months now, and the Etsy store is available.
Nice.
So we'll put it down below.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah,
That's good.
That's a
good
great
plug.
win. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Hard
Cheers,
work.
Cool Sip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's dive in.
Okay. So basically, we want to talk about tax refunds, but not necessarily about tax refunds, more about what you should do with the refund that you're getting. Now, I know not everybody gets a refund, but the average person in the US gets $3,000 back, and in Canada gets $2,000 back. So I
There's
think
a big difference.
Yeah.
yeah. USD versus Canadian as well.
Yeah. We shall move to the US.
Well,
You
we
just
are
moved back.
we are taxed more in Canada, but you know, my point for that is that a lot of people get some money back, and you know, there's different things you can do with the money that you get back, and I feel like, for me anyway, as I was going through my financial journey, when I would get a tax refund in the past, I would just spend it. I would go on a shopping spree. I would do, you know, I wouldn't really think about what I should be doing with that money. And there's a lot of things you can do with it. And you could even divide it.
Yeah.
You know, there's the 70-30 rule where, you know, you use 70% of the money you're getting back for a smart money move, and then 30% of it you could do something fun with it. So I would love you guys' thoughts.
Yeah. So tell me, I know what it is, but like a deeper level, what is a tax refund?
So it's basically you get money back that you've kind of overpaid the
It's
government.
like a lump sum of your own money coming back to you. So that's why like it's important to use it wisely to put you in a better position. Yeah, like you said, every time you get a lump sum, all you want to do is spend it all, because usually you get a salary and it's cut, and you know.
You don't think it's basically, I don't know, it's different when you get a salary, and it's different when you get this big chunk of money, and it's like, oh, this is extra money.
Yeah.
This is free money. So let me do something
that I would not normally do.
Exactly. But really, if you think about it, it's the money that you're getting back is one of three things, or all three things. It's withholding that you've overpaid from your salary, which you could get adjusted if you want to, or if you want to get a lump sum at the end of the year, you don't need to adjust it. It's tax credits. So whether it's for education, or there's a lot of, especially in Canada, there's a lot of child credits that you can get. And it's deduction. So whether it's for mortgage interest or business expenses, there's a longer list. But it's basically things you've already paid for that you
get a portion
shouldn't,
back.
maybe that percentage of you necessarily didn't need to pay for it, and you're just getting it back at a later date.
So do you get like more than 2,000, or that's like in Canada it's not more than 2,000?
No,
or
you
it
could get
depends?
more.
You can
Okay.
if somebody donated like 50K, they're obviously getting more than 2,000 based on their financial
just
situation.
The
It
number
really
I
is.
gave is the average number. Some people maybe get 5,000, some people maybe don't get anything back. It's just the average.
It really depends on your financial situation, your
Got it.
salary, how much you've invested in your RSP, how much
Charity
you've invested
and
in
whatever.
tax deductible, a charity, and all that stuff.
Exactly. So assuming that you're getting a tax refund, The question now becomes, what do we do with this money that we just got?
So I would say for a regular person, if you have a high interest debt, like whether that's credit cards, loans for cars, or whatever that loan may be, that should be your top priority, because that lump sum can help you save more money in interest and it'll reduce financial stress.
Yeah.
So I feel like that should be anyone's top priority. Step one, if you have high interest debt. What do you guys think for?
Yeah, and I think the next step from that would be to build or to refill your emergency fund. And, you've just gone through a full year. You might have dipped into your emergency fund. You might have had to do repairs at home or whatever it is. And it's a good time to kind of like bring it back up to where you feel comfortable. And that's, I think for me, would be the next step. And if you've already done, let's say you don't have high interest debt, then you just
check that off. You don't have to
skip that part and go.
You invest in yourself.
Yeah, because especially now with the economic uncertainties, I feel like the emergency fund is very important.
Yeah,
because you don't know what could happen.
I guess it depends, like what your finances look like. But for me, like I would put it in my emergency fund or my upcoming trip.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's around the corner, You always need that money for vacation, because it could be expensive.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, especially with the flight prices lately.
For sure. Like Europe, I'm going to Europe, so it's not as expensive, but like when you're going to the touristic areas, it's always like triple. They pull out the touristic menus and they keep the...
Well, technically, you've maxed out your TFSA, so you can definitely use it for your trip.
Yes.
Okay. Didn't you have a great credit score too?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was trying to, like off topic, but I was trying to like look for my credit score on my account, but I couldn't find it.
I showed you. I sent you a screenshot.
I tried it again, it wasn't working. But
we'll look into it after.
Yeah. But
I think that's also an important thing. Like, yes, we're talking so much about financial stuff, but you
need to enjoy your life as well. It's not always about saving.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you never know when you're gonna...
Life can happen.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
But honestly, you can...
It's getting dark.
Yeah, I'm like, you never know, you have to enjoy it to the max. I'm not saying spend everything, but like...
Exactly, like you said, not spend everything. Like, let's say you get a $2,000 tax refund, you can use $1,000 of that
on your trip and the other $1,000 in your emergency fund.
Yeah, exactly.
Or max it out more, my TFSA.
No, don't do that.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna get penalty.
But if you're in a good spot, financially, and you feel comfortable with where you are with your savings, with your emergency fund, like there's no point, like
you can
enjoy yourself. Like, it's part of it.
Yeah.
And it could also be like sometimes illuminating, which is like my next thing is, after you've paid off your debt, after you've refilled or built your emergency fund, the next thing is to invest. And invest is not just...
before invest, I would say is to save for a short-term goal, which necessarily doesn't need to be investing.
Yes, but this is what I was going to say. Invest, not necessarily... Like, I'm looking at the word invest in a much broader way. Whether it's investing in yourself with like a class you wanted to take to get a better skill, whether it's the stock market, whether it's your RSP, whether it's a trip because you're at the point where you feel like
stressed.
You need to invest in your mental health, to whatever it is. Like, I kind of like put the word invest as a big broad picture because it's different for everybody. And, it could mean different things. So I think that's what I would think the next step would be. Take it the way you want it. It's fully dependent on where you are.
Exactly. Like, I feel like when you get a tax refund, you should determine what you want to do with it based on your financial situation. Like, you shouldn't just, let me just invest in myself, but I have so much debt. Like, you know what I mean? Just take a moment, take a step back, see how this tax refund
Well,
could support your goals.
what-
And then if you want to
Yeah,
splurge,
I'm like-
invest or save.
Like we didn't even ask her. We didn't ask what you are gonna like.
Well, I
what would you?
I would use it for like since we got our house this year on house renovations.
Oh
and
yeah, you need to
put it,
100%.
which is super smart.
Yeah, and that was actually my fourth point here is like a strategic purchase.
Yeah.
And that's where like home repairs goes in there, or like, for example, for our podcast, a good strategic purchase would be maybe better tech equipment, better cameras. Now I have this song in my head, better, no?
No.
You know what I'm talking
Pop Smoke.
Better pizza, better.
Oh my god, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
As I was saying that, that's what came to mind.
Pop Smoke came to my head.
But that is actually a good point.
Because that's a great investment too. Because for the future, you know, you're investing in something.
You're investing in your home by making it better.
Because that money
Yeah.
is not gonna like. I'm Greece. I'm gonna spend it for what?
Next year I could spend my next
Exactly.
tax refund.
Which
For
just
another
reminds
home
me-
repair.
But that's exactly it. It's all
Expenses
relative.
are
Yeah.
just about to go up. You.
Oh, it's okay.
Which actually, it reminds me, like, we have
This year
that
I've been
rental
good.
property that doesn't generate like significant cash flow. We can use our tax refund to put it in there for future expenses.
Yeah.
Because technically, we pay it from our own pocket because it doesn't generate positive cash flow.
Yeah.
That's why I would either put it in our investment property or the house, which I would right now I would rather the house.
And some people
Yeah.
could actually use it to put more capital into their home as well.
Yeah.
If
Because the more
they're set-
renovations you put, like yourself, the more your house is gonna go up and down.
But wait, now it brings me
Right?
like full circle. Yes, but so she gets her tax refund this year, uses the money for
her
renovation.
renovations, and I feel like that could be
An
the
expense
for the following year's deductions. Or am I?
I mean,
or
it
am I
could,
going?
it could be.
I think so.
But it depends on certain conditions.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely could be.
So yeah, you're using. You
Yeah.
know, it goes full circle.
That's a good point.
No, but it was
So let's
hers was a
spend all
good.
it. No, I'm kidding.
As much as I'm sad that she's moving, she got a great investment, and I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
congrats.
today, off topic, but our realtor, number one, Korian, I'm mentioning it again. He sent us another house that's sold in that area, smaller house, and close to
What you guys
we
paid for.
paid like crazy.
No, it's
Wow.
a great
Good.
investment. So
That's
as long
amazing.
as you spend your
Money
tax
wisely.
refund wisely,
I'm doing an expense report and everything. I'm preparing.
Yeah. New home, fresh start.
Yeah.
Exactly.
new home.
Fresh start.
No, I can't.
It doesn't
more.
click.
I'm like
click
blocking.
properly.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point is to use your tax refund in the best way possible for yourself.
For yourself, for your
I was
lifestyle.
gonna say,
for
like
your-
you mentioned, using it for a class for yourself. I like that idea too because it could boost your employment. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, revenue.
To a better, like you could get promoted with
Yeah.
more classes and more.
Exactly.
I like that idea too.
So it's kind of like using the money to bring you more money at some
Yeah,
point,
exactly.
or you know.
like how because we actually might take some classes for.
photography.
I mean,
Oh,
photography
nice.
could be very, like, it's so easy to do, but like there's so much in
Yeah,
it to it.
yeah.
Like the other day we just went to go ask like how do you do this, whatever, and we were there for like 35-40 minutes, and
Wow.
the girl was explaining to us, and she was super
Like how
nice.
to use the camera,
Yeah, how to use like the whatever
the settings.
the settings and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, there's so much to it than just taking it and like taking a picture.
Yeah.
So we
It is
are gonna
smart
start-
because let's say you guys use that tax refund for these classes.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you decide to do photography and get
But even to that,
get paid.
Tal's in marketing.
Yeah.
She could use her photography skills to market a product, whether it's Cool Sip
Yeah.
or, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In the future, that class could help you get more.
exactly. So
I
like
thought
it.
you meant
I
like
always liked
specific to
photography
photography.
too,
Yeah.
so-
Like just like
Yeah, of course, but like that too.
Yeah.
We can do a business together. That was another topic I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
You can invest
tell
that
me.
tax refund on starting a small business.
Oh yes, yeah.
I mean, come
We could
at me. All
invest
the
our
businesses.
tax refund into
The
it's just
podcast.
the wine, the podcast.
You could write it off.
It's a write-up.
Actually, a lot of people write it off during tax season.
Okay.
But yeah, because when you're investing in a small business, you're basically injecting
More knowledge, which is
well, you're injecting so it could become bigger.
yeah. Well, she always was into photography, like
You could do a
But we were
small
both
like
like,
digital marketing company.
yeah, and
With
in the
your
future.
knowledge, and
The photography.
we got
Yeah.
them.
Anyways, it's always good to have. So use it on education
Yeah.
Yeah.
to get better. and
Yeah.
more
Invest in
experience.
yourself.
Invest in yourself.
Exactly.
Let
Yeah.
them.
Let them.
But there are a lot of ways to use your tax refund. But like sometimes you're right. Like if you have everything set up and you're fine, you can go splurge a little. If you haven't throughout the year,
No.
then
That
go
item
ahead.
you've been eyeing on for years, you know?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
No, but even like there's also a difference between spending the money on a trip and buying a material thing.
Yeah.
The trip is
Experience.
Memories.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
It's
And a memory.
Relaxing,
Yeah.
time off work,
And
mentally.
relaxing in Europe,
exactly.
yeah, but yeah.
Whereas the material thing,
It's happiness
it's just
for 2
instant
seconds.
satisfaction and then it's
Exactly.
gone.
It's collecting dust.
Yeah, basically. So there's also a difference with that, and mental health is also super important. Like we need to take the time and take a breather, and we're always
Yeah.
so go.
Go on the beach with your pina colada.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little break to
Even
reset.
on the
even
beach.
if you like, let's say you have a goal to get in shape. And you want to take some classes, and nowadays workout classes are super expensive.
Oh,
You can use your tax
you're
refund
so
to buy
right.
a workout class and
Yeah.
check off a goal in
You're totally
on your
right.
list.
That's a
You know?
Yeah.
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
Because like for me,
Go in your basement and work out.
No. For me, like I have that Pilates little machine there. This doesn't do anything. For me, like I like to get dressed and go, but it breaks my heart because that 1 hour, it's not even 1 hour, it's like 45, 50
Yeah.
minutes. I pay like $35, $40 or something. And every minute that I stop, I'm like, ugh, like why am I doing this to myself? Like remember that this class is $40.
Yeah.
I actually saw a TikTok, and it's this girl on a Pilates machine, and she stopped, and the instructor goes like, "It's okay to take a break, but remember you paid $45 for this class," and she starts going.
Yeah.
It's true though. It's so expensive.
But you feel amazing afterwards. And honestly, on Thursdays, whenever we go,
Shout out to Natanya.
at 514 Pilates.
Yeah.
My day is just so much better. Yes, I'm a little more tired, but I feel great. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's a great way to end the week.
Well, I was never into fitness, so like Natanya, my trainer, she's my neighbor, so she really pushed me to train. I'm like, ugh, like no, I honestly, I don't want to think of it. I don't like it. I don't like working out, but she really pushed me, and I'm happy that I used this this money from my emergency fund to go do Pilates, which I love. I don't regret it anyway.
When it brings you a certain level of comfort on whichever level you want it, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, whatever, it's worth it, because you are like, there's a difference between like just going and like spending your money, and there's a difference in spending your money
when you enjoy it.
to stop on, like, no, there's a lot of shit I enjoy that I'm not gonna go and splurge on. But my point is, when it brings you a certain level of comfort and peace, and it betters you as a person, which allows you to be your best self in all other aspects of your life,
Then it's worth
then
it.
that's an investment in yourself. And as long as that's what it is, the end goal that it's bringing you, whatever it is you're spending money on, then go for it.
Yeah.
Obviously while being responsible and while being aware of your financial means. But my point is, and I always say this, like, there is no point in always like saving. You know,
Yeah,
like you have to
exactly.
live and do the things that you enjoy
Yeah.
for it to all be worth it.
Yeah.
And that was a really long way to say all
No,
of
that
this.
was very well
In
said.
Armenian, it sounds better, but like dash by Matilda Korian.
Oh, a sub.
No, Krit.
Krit.
Matilda Korian.
Oh my god.
It took me a second, but
No, but
that
that's
was
a
great.
good point.
Yeah, it was a great point.
But yeah.
Yeah, because that money in your savings account is going nowhere, you know.
Yeah, I mean, depends. Like
depends where you're
your
saving.
money is.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that's saving, but when you keep saving,
But if you want to reach to a certain
someone else is going to
level of
enjoy that
wealth,
after.
The bank isn't doing it.
Exactly.
you need to do a certain things to reach that. And
Yeah.
when you have high levels of you want to reach high levels, you have no choice but to do that. So you gotta sacrifice some
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, you have to. There's no way you're gonna reach financial wealth without sacrificing something. And so it's up to you what you want to sacrifice on. You don't want to sacrifice on Pilates. I'm sure there's other things you sacrifice on. You're not, buying designer shoes and purses every other weekend. Even though we like those things, you know. I know I do, and I've been guilty of it.
Yeah.
But you gotta sacrifice somewhere to get to where you want to be.
And I feel like the older you get, the less you care about these. I mean, for me, like, I really don't care about brand design. Okay, obviously a little bit, but like, I really don't care about those stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see and like, but I won't break my bank account for it.
Yeah.
I used to really be into it, and I've said before, I think like having these conversations, and especially like with my sister as I've grown up, and a lot also changed when I had kids because my priorities kind of shifted.
Yeah.
And so I think, like you said, as you get older,
Yeah.
but also I had like this whole illuminating time in my life where I'm like, okay, I need to make a change. And so you start to reprioritize and you sacrifice some stuff to be able to reach a certain level of wealth.
After determining where you are financially, whether that's, like I was saying, splurging, investing, or saving, you'll be confident that you made the right decision after evaluating your finances.
And do what's right for you.
Yeah.
And-
and what makes you happy, like truly happy, not for 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. That's deep.
Yeah.
And good luck to the accountants out there.
Good point.
Good point. This is their worst month.
Yeah, oh, goddamn.
But at least they're making
So-
cash.
You should drink a bottle of glass.
So I have a question for you. Wait,
Get her-
how
get her wine
many
away.
bottles does it fit in here?
Two.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
So when the doctor says you should drink a glass a day,
This is the glass.
this is the glass.
This is the glass they talk about.
This is the
Awesome.
glass, okay? And there are 2 bottles fit in here.
That's perfect.
So
Sounds
go have
like my
fun.
kind of glass. Yeah.
Anyways,
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
See you next
See you
week.
next
yeah.
week.
you're gonna get me drunk.
Like, comment,
Subscribe,
follow. Tell us what you're gonna do with your tax refund
Yeah,
I want to know.
and share.
maybe it will help others.
Yeah. Of course.
And if you guys want your day to go by faster, you can, order some cool sip decanters and have that glass a day.
Oh yeah.
Especially the accountants for the month of April.
Oh yeah, we should gift our accountants.
Yeah, we should. Okay.
Ciao. Bye.